Hi friends, let's make vegan jerky. I started off with 3 cups of vital wheat gluten flour, half a cup of nutritional yeast. I used 1 tablespoon of this vegan ham-flavored broth base, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of shiitake mushroom powder, 1 tablespoon of cacao powder, 1 tablespoon of instant coffee, and 2 tablespoons of beetroot powder. Mix everything until well combined and set aside. Now you're going to combine the wet ingredients. In a blender, you're going to add a can of kidney beans, 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil, 1 tablespoon of liquid smoke, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 3 tablespoons of liquid aminos, 2 tablespoons of red cooking wine. Blend in the blender until nice and smooth. You're going to get your hot water ready. And now you're going to combine the wet and dry ingredients together. I started to mix with a spoon first, and then I went in to knead with my hands for a total of 5 minutes. You will start to see the fibers form. You're then going to rest your dough for an hour, and this is what it looks like after it's rested. You then cut the dough into 5 even pieces. It is now time to knot the dough. I stretched out the dough into a long piece and then started to knot it. The knotting part is one of the most important ones, being that this is what provides you with that fibrous, shreddable texture. So make sure to knot the dough at least 3 times and then take the ends and stick it into the dough itself. You're going to repeat the same step with all the other dough balls until they have all been knotted. And this is what they should look like, and now they are ready to be cooked. I wanted to show you the difference in the cooking techniques, so I put 3 of the knotted dough balls into a broth to simmer on the slow cooker setting, and then I used the steamer basket and I put 2 of those pieces on top. I used my multi-function slow cooker / steamer to cook the seitan in. I set it on the slowest setting for 2 hours. Now let me show you the results. I know it's not the most aesthetic, but actually the one that was steamed is more flavorful than the one that was cooked in the simmering broth. Now as you see here, the one that was cooked in the simmering broth is obviously more moist because it retains some of that water, and the one that was steamed is more dense. The next step is to undo the knots and then cut the seitan into smaller pieces and then shred to the size that you would prefer for the jerky. I tried to make the pieces as flat as possible. This is what they look like once I shredded them all. It's now time to make the marinade that we're going to marinate the seitan shreds in overnight. These are all the ingredients that I used. The Annie's Worcestershire sauce is actually vegan. I started with 1 cup of soy sauce, 1 cup of agave syrup, 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, and 1 tablespoon of this smoked paprika and hot chili powder, which is actually quite spicy. I also added 1 tablespoon of black pepper and stirred until everything was mixed well. I added the marinade to the shredded seitan and I let it sit in my fridge overnight. I will include a list of all ingredients that I used in this recipe, as well as some suggestions that I have. The next day, I added a little bit of avocado oil to it, and then I added it to a parchment lined baking sheet, and I baked in my oven at the very lowest setting, which was about 170 degrees, for about 2.5 hours. If you can handle heat pretty well, I recommend adding some chili flakes to it. The marinade was actually quite spicy because of the hot chili powder that I had added, but this was more for the aesthetics of having little pepper flakes on it. And this is what it looked like after it was baked for 2.5 hours at 170 degrees. My family rated it a 9 out of 10. It had a nice chewy consistency, and it was sweet and savory with a nice kick at the end. I hope you get a chance to recreate this recipe. Thanks for watching.